D-O-double-G, Dogg and Casio. Talking shop, reminiscing on a flashback. Hall of Fame name with a legacy that's long. That's the legend of the Armstrongs. Questions get answered, oh, you didn't know? Let's start the show.
Welcome back to the show. It's Road Dogg and Casio, and you're listening to...
Oh, you didn't know?
What up, dog?
What's going on, Casio? I feel like I haven't talked to you since like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, we saw each other at Royal Rumble, and in that crazy, guess who won?
Harry Brownstar from Chattanooga.
Hulk Hogan made an appearance and beat Fergal McDivitt in the Rumble. That was great.
Hulk Hogan rules. I mean, we all know Hulk Hogan. When Hulk Hogan shows up, I mean, what you gonna do? You know what I mean, brother?
Is Hulk Hogan, is that
cracks me up
regular?
still, by the way.
Is that available now?
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
It's got to be available.
We definitely, yeah. It's Hulk Hogan is available now. Tank tops and more available at boxinggimmicks.com. Hulkamania. Hulkamania.
Oh, well.
Oh, you need Hulkamania.
Oh, well. You know, I tell you what is out right now and cooler than Christmas is a little trucker hat we got up for sale.
I thought you were going to say
snapback.
Eastbound and Dog.
Yeah, these little cute son of a guns here, we can't keep on the shelves, eh? We try to make them, and as quick as we make them, you guys just grab them up, eh?
Hey, it really has been one of our
I've been watching
fastest
Fargo,
sellers.
so I'm sorry.
I heard it was great.
It is great. Fargo is great. That's what you just said, and I just said. No,
go to Box of Gimmicks, and you can get our merchandise there. As we start off, we want to keep us on our toes. And that is our meme of the week. We never know what we're going to see. And so Dom, the producer, is going to throw that up, and we will react accordingly. What do we got today? Oh, God. Tony Atlas tweet. It's not a meme. It's real. Everyone likes to clean their car at a car wash, but this is the Tony Atlas shoe wash. White women only. Hashtag shoes addict. Hashtag lick a shoe. While you're at it, step on my face, kick my face, and punch me at the same time. Please and thank you. White women only.
Yeah. Where are the white women?
Dog, how long have you known Mr. Tony Atlas?
A long time.
Did you know he likes to get kicked in the face?
I have heard tell. I've never been anywhere private with him to see this done, but I have seen him try to lick people's shoes at the airport.
Is that a true statement?
Yes, like try to coax them into.
Wait, why at the airport? He just
he
saw him and it got a hold of him?
Yeah, that's just where I was when I was in his presence. But yeah, I don't know. Why do you want to lick somebody's shoes?
White women only!
Need not apply.
He said it with an exclamation.
He's very specific.
Hashtag lick a shoe.
Lick a shoe. I thought that was like an Indian reservation in
hashtag lick a shoe
in Charlotte, north of Charlotte.
Hey, I don't want to kink shame. It's 2024.
Yeah. Is kink shaming a thing?
Yeah. Oh,
well, is that kink though? I mean, that's just dirty. I'd say it's just nasty.
Yeah, that's his kink. He likes to lick toes, lick feet.
Oh God.
God. Each his own. You know what I mean?
I get it. But look, I get feet. I get if that's like if women's feet do it for you or whatever.
He likes shoes. Apparently.
I'm not down. I do understand it because at least it's attached to the woman. This is a shoe, like a shoe that walks on the ground and.
Dom, throw that back up. She looks like she's wearing a boat shoe, and then we've got.
There's a snow boot.
Yeah.
There's a snow boot.
One of those duck boots.
To the immediate.
Oh, look at that.
And so I'm not sure, did she do a shoe change?
He wants to do a shoe wash.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Lick a shoe.
And quote, while you're at it, Wait, throw it up again. While you're at it, step on my face, kick my face, and punch me at the same time.
And punch me at the same. Man, I'm not that agile to do.
White women only.
That scared the crap out of me.
It did me too. I peed a little bit.
Oh yeah, me too.
All right, well, look, that's not a meme, but that's real life Tony.
That is a lot of entertainment came out of that for me personally. I don't know.
What's his
I don't know what to think. Right.
0 out of 100%?
Yeah.
From just your vantage point, what's his ratio of win percentage at the airport of trying to suck toes? 0?
No.
He's got.
Oh,
wait.
Yes.
No.
I know.
At the airport.
Yes. 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 Yeah. He wasn't successful that day, but he had been in the past, and I'm sure he has been since.
Right, but I'm saying of ladies.
What I don't. Yes.
Just at the airport.
Yes.
So you're saying he didn't lick their toes at the airport, but they said, call me at a later date.
No. He licked them at the airport.
Now you stop right there.
You just, almost just passed out.
So if you bat, 350 in the major leagues, you're going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
Is he batting 350?
He's batting 750.
At the airport.
Well, I don't know, but he's everywhere. He's
3 out of 4 girls he asked at the airport. Let him put them.
Maybe 500. Maybe 500.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Huh?
A lot of freaks out there. They come out at night and at the airport. Your reaction to that.
I'm blown away.
It was almost childlike.
It was. Yeah, he's the Ted Williams of feet licking.
Yeah, he is. He is that.
Yeah,
but
notice he took his shoes off for the X-ray machine, and then gets after it. Is it like that? What's happening?
Like that? I don't
Meet me
think
in
so.
the food court
I think
and I'll
there's
get up
some,
on that pinky
I think
toe.
there's some game, some game involved on his behalf where he's talking some spitting some game. If you're not running game, say my name, say my name. So yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe he's got some game. What the part I don't understand is the punching, the kicking of the like.
Look at him. He loves it. Look at him. That's him at an event, dog.
No, I understand.
We're watching a video. We're watching a picture of a lady who is standing, directly on his face.
On his face. It might be breaking his nose.
I was about to say, not on the cheek or the head, like straight up face. Huh? He is Barry Bonds of getting up in them toes. Yeah. Good time for this, since today is being a heel. And he loves licking them heels.
Yeah.
Toni
That's perfect.
Atlas.
I wonder he should get some kind of foot cream or something promotion. You know what I mean?
He should. Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah, there you go.
Something.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, if we were to reach out to Toni Atlas, would you have a problem with him coming on the show? Do y'all have heat?
No, heavens no.
Okay.
No, yeah, no, I love Toni. I mean, we've always gotten along every time we've been together. I think
Has
he
he
knew my
licked your
dad.
toes?
I'm not going to say, you know what I mean?
Have you
I don't think
stepped
that's
on his face?
I just don't think that's any of your business.
Sure, that's fact. That's fact. Why ask him?
Yeah, I mean, if he's willing to share that I did,
Right.
then
it's on you. It's on him, really.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have put you in that spot.
Ball's in his court. You know what I mean? Ball of my foot, and the court's his face.
Oh my God.
Oh, Brian.
All right. I don't even know where to begin.
I know. What are we talking about?
That was pretty amazing. We are talking
foot fetish. What are we talking about?
Well, today, Dog, this has been fun because we had great reaction to our episode earlier where you gave your philosophy on being a baby face.
Hey, can I stop you right there and ask you a question? Did we really receive positive response to that?
Oh yeah. No, for real. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know. Like I've been so busy, man. I'm running 90 miles an hour in 6 different directions, and so I'm glad to hear that we got positive. But for me, it was, I don't know. I had a positive time doing it. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's because, look, if we get into an event, and look, everybody likes different things, but if we get into an event, me and you read the Observer, because that's really a hardcore chronicalization of what happened that night. We discuss whether the rating was good or bad. Is
chronicalization a real word?
No, I clearly 100% made it up, but I was hoping I would deliver it where you wouldn't call me out. And you did.
I want to call you out because if it's not, it should be now. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact.
Dom, look that up. Get Richard the Gimp to quit stepping on your face, Dom. And tell us if chronicalization is a word. But, some of that is, hey, you just didn't like the booking or you don't like these guys.
Yeah.
That episode was just peeking into your mind most of it. So it was a pretty cool thing for me. And I was glad that, like you said, you enjoyed it. And our feedback online has been overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, cool.
And Dom said chronicalization is not a word.
Well, so I've got 2 words for Dom. I'll let you think about that, Mr. Dominic.
Step on my face.
Step on me.
Step
on my face. I'm saying my name all over the place.
Go. Keep going.
Sorry. No, I'm getting distracted because I keep getting work text and emails.
Who's texting you? Just name drop.
Okay.
Is anybody we know?
His name is Harry Brownstone. Brown Star, I'm sorry. Harry HBS, we call him.
Harry Brown Star.
Yeah. Oh, this is a shirt. If this ain't a shirt.
Harry Brown Star, but we don't even know.
HBS is like, come on, dog.
Look, I love it. Today, this is why we're doing this episode.
Yeah, and this is about
Today we're going to discuss how to be a heel.
I like to say smizzeal.
Do you really?
Yeah, because it doesn't mean anything at all, but it makes me think like I'm such an insider that I know Carney, but I screw it up. So I say like, they got me working smizzeal tonight. They got me in the main. I'm in the main. We're going to do a pull apart for the intermission.
All right.
Me and the champion here.
Oh, pull apart.
He's big Fazes.
What's that?
He's Henry Faz feet.
What's that?
Anyway, we're at heels.
Was he one of the Pig Farmer brothers?
He was.
Henry Fozface? Isn't that what you said? Henry Fozface. Yeah. Yep. Everybody knows him. But the Fozface brothers.
Man, they were tough.
Yeah.
Tougher than shoe leather.
Henry O. Fozface. Henry O. Fozface. Hey, when you think of non-Foz faces, his heels, in your mind,
oh, this is why I come. This is why I drive.
What's that?
I came out wrong.
Yeah.
I came out totally.
Yeah. Speaking of Fozface.
Now I'm going to cry.
Speaking of Fozface, let's go to our 5-star review of the week. We got Fozface over it. Dom, we got a real Fozface this week. Topic. You know what I mean? By Todd Crow. He said, I will begrudgingly give this 5 stars because I love the guys and they have good conversation. However, try taking a shot every time Dog says, you know what I mean? You'll be dead in about 4 minutes. Oh my gosh.
You will. So I don't think you should drink. And
Fozface.
Nope. I'm not laughing anymore at that. I'm past that now.
All right. Here's what we need to do. Dom, this is a lot of work for you. We need, don't read in the corner.
Sorry.
You're reading it and you're laughing.
I know.
We need Dom to do a counter every time you say. You know what I mean?
Lord. Yeah,
But I don't think it's going to be that much. I
No,
think
it
you've
is.
worked on it.
I haven't at all. and I haven't tried at all to work on it.
Well,
So
guess what?
I
I still
honestly
got a
don't-
3-star cackle, according to the previous show.
I honestly don't. I know I say it a lot. I apologize if that bothers you. I mean, I guess I could work on it.
I don't think
But
so.
is it necessary? Like,
No.
you know what I mean?
No. How about this? He gave us 5 stars.
I know. Hey, thank you for that, dude. And I will work on it for you.
Thank you.
You sacrificed something. You begrudgingly gave us 5 stars.
Yeah.
I'm gonna begrudgingly work on that, which is a nervous tick for me because of childhood trauma. Thanks for bringing it up. I was just sometimes my voice goes really high.
Is that a Stanley?
Sucking helium. Yeah.
I mean,
It's a Stanley. My daughter's got the
Boy.
pink one.
I was about to say those are coveted.
Yeah, everybody wanted the pink one. My wife.
You got that. You got the big black one you're sucking on. Good to hear from Tony
Nope.
Atlas.
Nope. Stanley is what you were talking about. And that
Yeah.
sucks some
Yes.
sweet tea through a straw. You know what I found out?
Is that sweet tea? Is that what you're sipping on?
Yeah. It's Arnold Palmer Arizona iced tea. It's literally tea and lemonade.
Lemonade, half and half. Premix.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
So Blue Meanie said being a heel means faking asleep when your buddy pulls up at the toll booth.
Well, that was what I was going to ask. What is a heel in your mind? What's the basic definition of a heel?
Well, I mean, to me, it's a guy who has no morals, right? Like he's going to win at all cost, and that means cheating, and that means going behind the ref's back and doing nefarious actions in order to win. And so I think it's a age-old battle of good and evil, right? The heel is the evil. The heel is the guy that'll poke you in the eye when the ref's not looking. You know what I mean? To take a shortcut, to win the tournament, to cheat. We had a lot of Barry Bonds talk earlier because of the amount of lickage. And that's, lickage is a thing.
What's
now.
that?
It's toe lickage. It's like when you, but you got to mix it up a little quicker. You know what I mean? You just
I thought it was a steroid I didn't know about.
No,
That's how fat I am. I'm like, hey, did they take Talickage to get big? Do they rub it on their thighs? And so it don't show up on a drug
the
test?
Manscaped.
Talickage.
To lickage. That's what we talked about, Barry Bonds and the roids and everything. And
Whatever you got to do to win.
Yeah, that's the heel, right? That's
Doesn't
the
matter
guy.
the boundaries. I got to win.
Yeah. I'm gonna do anything I have to you to do it. Like the heel is the guy that's gonna in the race that's running and the guy falls down. The heel is the guy that like steps on him and keeps running. You know what I mean? And then you see the good guy who stops and helps the dude up and like, oh, but you're gonna lose the race. Yeah, but I'm helping the dude. You know what I mean? Like his priorities in reference to morality is in line. You know, that's what I think anyway. And
All right, let me ask you this. Let's go back. All right, 3 things about a heel.
How
Three
far back?
To your dad's time.
Oh.
When you think about the time from when your dad was in the business, give me an example of the ultimate heel. You don't have to do one. You can do a few if you want to. But
Yeah.
give me the time when your dad was jamming, because your dad was super babyface then, was the ultimate babyface.
Yeah.
Give me ultimate heels back then.
Well, look, I always loved the different kind of heels. I always thought Adrian Street was a great heel. You know what I mean? Like he was a great babyface too, but when he first came over, he was a great heel, and he cheated and he was dastardly and he would flaunt around, but then when the tide turned, he was on you like a deadgum honey badger, but just one with makeup on and pigtails. But he would be all over you. And so I don't know, man. Like, look, and I know that's very specific to just say Adrian Street out of nowhere, but look, I also love the heels like the Black Barts or the Stan Hansons. But Stan, I guess this goes into a different kind of heels. Like this Stan Hansen, Black Bart, Bruiser Brody, those kind of heels were big, badass heels that would just dominate and beat everybody up because they were tougher than everybody. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like, because of how tough they were,
like a bully.
Well, but here's the dynamic that's interesting to me is because they're so big and dominant and bullies, it became cool. You know what I mean? Like Brock Lesnar was a big brute heel that just dominated everybody, and then you're like, well, dang, why do I not like that dude? He's a badass. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's those are the kind of things you got to look out for, to me, if you're really trying to be a heel. And look, you can go back to this, and I know this will interest some people, but I always go back to Jeff Jarrett. Like if you really talk about heels, nobody ever liked Jeff. Nobody ever liked him. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Still don't.
Well, you don't, but they do now.
He was ultimate heel, yes.
Yeah, and just like now, people know by hearing his podcast, by hearing his stories, by seeing and learning more about him, what he brings to the table and the value he adds to any conversation when it comes to this industry. But also, he was a bad guy. You know what I mean? So you talk about the bad guys of today, or they were yesteryear, the MJFs and these guys that are, oh, he's a real heel. He's real. Well, no, he was trying to get over with a certain group of people, and he did, and now he's a babyface. You know what I mean? Like it was, if you're trying to be a heel, then be a heel. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be a babyface, then be a babyface.
Let me compartmentalize a little bit.
Okay,
we get too broad, because we're going to kind of dig into it.
Painting with a broad brush, ain't I?
When your dad's there, you mentioned a couple people. I thought, from listening to this pod, and you talked about how scared you were when he came into your house. I thought I thought Jody Hamilton was going to get mentioned.
For sure. The Flame.
What do you think he was? The bully type, or the just cheated to win? Explain
he was,
to him.
To me, he was all of the above. And,
he's got a gun shooting pictures of your dad.
Yeah,
that's heel.
And he throws fire at you, and you know what I mean. His name's the Flame, and so he's a guy that's not only gonna do what it takes to win and go, win at all costs. He wants to hurt you while he, in the process.
Yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah, he's a mean person. You know what I mean? Because he would talk to you and you would go, oh my God, this guy's mean, and he means it, because he meant the words that were coming out of his mouth, even though they weren't true. You know what I mean? Like when you believe the words that are coming out of your mouth, so will everybody else. And he was a bad dude in the ring. He had a great look, and he had a great promo. He was a bad man from Missouri. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, he was a great heel too.
So let's dig into this. I'm gonna glaze over a little bit of the 80s, because you're kind of coming on the 90s, and I really wanted to get to that. But the 80s, for people of my generation, just here in January, we just passed the 40th anniversary of 1984 in January, when Hogan beat Sheik and got the title, and that was kind of ushered in this new era we're about to get to. But
yeah,
but explain that era, kind of the Sheiks, and that it kind of almost went to the nationality, because that was in the news. That was the American pride, and he's not from here, and we gotta, he's the foreigner. We got the Russians or the Iranians or whoever it may be. That was your natural enemy then. I
don't know if this is a word either. You what was the word you used?
Chronicalization.
Oh yeah, chronicalization. See it what flows.
Yeah, I know.
Jingoistic, is that a word?
Which is?
I don't know. Like I don't even know. I'm just trying to learn something.
I know
myself.
They say that. Did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
Yes.
It runs in your genes. Is that what you mean by genes?
That's exactly what I meant. No, I was just trying to. A word hit my brain, and I thought I should have just went with the diarrhea joke, but I instead.
All right. So what do you mean?
I don't know. It was more back then, and it was okay then too to hate the guy because he was from somewhere else.
Geographic.
Yeah. That's not the word I was. Jingoistic.
Just.
I don't know. Oh, that S is awesome, yo.
Somebody comment below and let us know what dogs think about. But yes,
I have no idea.
It was more acceptable
but
then
yeah,
to go, we are
it's-
America, they're not America.
Yes, USA.
Yes.
And so now that feels like it's not
Okay.
so right.
Yeah, you just go, okay.
Yeah. Like I don't.
Really?
I have characterized by extreme patriotism, especially in the form of aggressive.
Jingoistic? Did you think that?
jingoistic. Yes. What did I say?
Wow. That is, I've never seen that word in my life.
So I think it was. I almost used it correctly. So
You
I was
did.
close. Anyway, I was close. But I'd heard it. I was just trying to be smarter than I am.
Jingoistic
And-
propaganda.
Yeah. And it's just. So it used to be more. USA good, everywhere else bad.
Correct,
And now,
yes.
now we all have friends that are from somewhere else,
Yeah.
and we know they're not all bad. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it just doesn't matter like that anymore. So now a person can't just be ethnically.
Ethnicity is not a thing. Yeah.
Ethnically
You're a
different.
quote unquote foreigner, you're bad. That's not the case
and
anymore.
and that can't be the case anymore.
Yes, correct.
And so then the heel has to show more heel tendencies.
So that leads us into let's go to the late 90s. When you talk about the Jeff Jarretts of the world,
Yeah.
we're past the USA good, everybody else bad. Now we're into characters, and like we talked about in the Babyface episode, some of the guys that are quote unquote heelish, the Stone Colds, the New Age
Yeah,
Outlaws, now they're leading that way. So let's talk about it. When you are the New Age Outlaws are running things and the Stone Colds are running things, what was a heel then? Because that's where it starts blurring.
100% agree. I'm part of the problem. 100% agree because, and have to admit it, because if I don't, I'm lying. I was trying to be cool. And
Right.
that's trying to be a good guy. You know what I mean? That's trying to make people like me.
But
That's
you
trying
cheated.
cheated.
Yeah.
But if you're liked well enough, people will let you
we
cheat.
dug it. We
You
loved
can
it.
slide. I'll let that cheating slide because morally I'm corrupt anyway, like you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. It became cooler to be bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
All right, give me
You know what I'm saying?
during your
Just said it
time.
twice. Just said it twice.
Yeah, hang on. Take a shot of my zero.
Oh, you're gonna be.
Let me ask you this then. In the 90s, when you're going at it,
Yeah. Oh.
give
well,
me the epitome of a heel. Give me an example of the best heel of that time.
I wish I could look.
'Cause
at
that's
the
very
roster.
hard
It is difficult, man.
because you're technically a heel, but you're not. We're rooting for you. Stone
Oh,
Cold's
yeah.
the biggest guy in the world. He
Yeah.
technically acts like a heel.
Yeah, but we love him.
So who are we hating?
Who were we hating?
It's
You know what I
tough.
mean? I mean, if you're being honest, you were hating like right to censor. You know what I mean? like yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
care about them enough because they didn't put them on TV positively enough. But like that's the kind of people at that moment that would have been good heels. A
Mr.
good
Perfect a
faction that
little
was-
bit, but he was a
Oh,
little
Mr.
earlier
Perfect
than
was
y'all.
great. Yeah, he was earlier, but he's also great. Like it's hard, and this is what's tricky nowadays because if you're really,
Mankind?
I mean,
Eh?
yeah, he was a heel, but it was more about nihilism, I guess, just like wanting the world to burn. You know, just his was more chaotic and mankind, and so
Taker.
But awesome heel.
Any of the Hearts, they kind of went
Yeah,
into the
Owen
Canadian
Hart
role.
to me. Owen Hart
Owen,
was
yeah.
was a great heel when he was with the Nation and all that. Like
Yeah.
I loved Owen as a heel, and Owen would cheat and do stuff behind the red. You know what I mean? Like it's and he's a little crap disturber, you know. And so I don't know. To me that's a heel.
Shawn.
Yeah, Shawn was a heel. Shawn was a great heel.
You guys blurred it so much in the late early
Yeah.
90s. You still kind of had a definition.
Yeah, in the late 90s,
And then,
it
you
just
know,
went to
you guys,
haywire.
Shawn, Triple H, like you said, all the D-Generation X went to,
Yeah.
yeah, we're supposed to be rooting against you, but we're rooting for you, really.
Yeah,
That's
just
the weird
because
part.
it's cool.
All right, so let's catch it up today. Give me the epitome of a heel. Give me somebody that's a heel.
Okay.
You mentioned MJF. He's kind of got that.
Yeah, well, I mean, now I don't think he's a heel anymore, but he was
Yes.
trying to be a good heel. Like I think he was so clever and unique in his way that he really wasn't trying to be a heel. I think he was trying to get over, and he did. It worked. So
Yep.
kudos for him. And if he didn't know he was doing that, it was subconscious. And I'm telling you now. But like that's what we do.
Jeff Jarrett.
He's the heel, right?
Still
I don't
a
like
heel,
him.
yes.
I don't like him.
Very much
I
still
don't
heel.
like him. He comes out, he cuts a good promo. He thinks he's all that. He's, you know what I mean? Like he's
Karen's getting heat. They got
he's
the whole deal.
Do you remember the Ric Flair's last match?
Incredible heat.
You know, watch Jeff's entrance on Ric Flair's last match, and that's what emotional investment, and in this way, it's channeled through negativity and anger at Jeff, and the energy that he exuded and that he pulled out of the crowd was impressive. And he hadn't even got to the ring yet. You know what I mean? So
I remember talking afterwards with everybody, Conrad and other people involved,
Yeah.
and I said, hey, man, as a fan,
yeah,
because when I went to shows in the late 90s, early 2000s, the line was blurred, and
Yeah.
I said, Jeff Jarrett at Ric Flair's last match is the most I've ever seen, quote unquote, real heat, where
yeah.
he came out, there wasn't anyone in that building that was cheering for them. And it was vocal hatred, you know?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
went, whoa, this is what that old school heat is about. That's
Yeah.
crazy feeling.
And
It's a crazy feeling.
It's also, I think the word you're looking for is palpable. You can
Yes.
feel the
Yes,
energy.
100%.
You can feel it, and it's chaotic. It's frenetic. It makes you feel
Yes,
good, but
it's
it makes you,
100%.
but you're angry, but you're like, oh God, I hope they kill him, you know, whatever. But there's something to be said for that ability. You know what I mean? And look,
Let's
it
go
wasn't
WWE.
Okay, that's what I'm trying. That's what I was trying to kind of go down the
Nia?
roster. Oh, look, Nia. Yes, Nia
gets a lot of heel heat.
is a great heel. She gets the wrong kind of heat. I think by
But she embraces it now.
a lot of smart fans kind of throw at her that she's injured people and all that. And I think, it takes two to tango. And so to just blame somebody for getting hurt, especially when you've never wrestled a day in your life, and so you don't have any idea what you're talking about. The other one that when you brought up Nia, I was going to say Gunther. Now, Gunther is one interesting, great heel. However, in this world where we know everything, we know how good he is.
Yeah.
We know how phenomenally great he is. And so we respect that. And so all of a sudden I'm liking him. You know what I mean? And that ain't his fault at all. He's being a good heel, a big, good, dominant heel. But I like him. You know what I mean? Like I know he's going to produce some bangers of matches, and I know he's going to chop the fire out of somebody. I don't know. He's a great heel, but I respect him so much that I love watching him. You know what I mean? I love to watch him.
It's time for the ultimate face-off, dog.
What? Me and you?
The Beard Bowl is here.
Oh, the
at this.
beard bowl.
Look
I
at
don't
this.
know. I don't have a chin, so I kind of need to keep some of this fur down here.
Okay, well, I got 2 chins, so I
Yeah,
need
yeah.
the fur down here
Okay.
to hide it. And as the 2 best teams square off to see who the champion of facial fuzz is, our friends at Manscaped are prepping everything you need for game day.
Yeah.
Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro Kit is the MVP of facial grooming, offering precision trimming, water-resistant technology, and enough styling options to outplay any opponent. And guess what, dog?
What's
You
that?
can join the winning team along with the 10 million men who already trust Manscaped with our special offer.
Oh, you didn't know?
That's right. You got to go to manscaped.com and use code DO.
DOGG.
That's right. For 20% off and free shipping, you can craft your winning looks with Manscaped, dog.
That waterproofing is a game changer. You can do it all. It's one-stop shopping in the shower. You can groom from your nose to your toes, if you feel me. And they got the weed whacker too. Don't forget that.
They do. We need to get the big
Up our
Beard
game a little
Hedger
bit.
Pro Kit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just
because
get mine out because I have.
Mine's
it.
getting a little unruly. Mine might be benched, and it deserves a spotlight right here on the biggest stage, which is
It
the
does.
Oh You Didn't Know podcast.
Oh, you didn't know?
Manscaped's Beard Hedger Pro is the ultimate franchise player to take your grooming game to the end zone. This package has made it easier than ever to craft your signature look with ease. Featuring the Beard Hedger cordless trimmer, it packs one guard, 20 different lengths.
Whoa.
That's right. No more messy drawers full of guards. Right there in one trimmer,
Yeah,
20 different lengths.
different lengths.
You can dial it in exactly like you like it.
Yeah, and long. You could go long like Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, you can. But
Yeah.
wait, there's more. Like you said, dog, water resistant.
Yeah. It's a game changer.
Run it under the sink, shave in the shower for easy cleanups. It's that easy. It's time to move the sticks from your old beard razor. Look and feel ready for the big game every day with the Manscaped beard formulations,
You're getting in
including
the red
beard
zone.
balm, beard oil, shampoo, and conditioner. Do you use any of that on yours? Or you
I
just
do the
raw dogging
balm.
it?
I do the balm.
Oh, the balm.
The raw dogging it. Yeah, I use the balm both on my chin and my chinny chin. So
Sure. And
I'll just leave it at there.
As a bonus, Manscaped is going to throw in the beard accessory pack, dog.
What?
The beard brush, the beard comb, and
Yeah.
beard scissors, so you can really.
Oh yeah, to trim.
Yeah. For the
that's
finishing
super cool.
touches every gentleman deserves. The playoff beard has never looked better. Trust Manscaped to get the job done. Get 20% off and free shipping with our code
DOGG.
at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com with our code DOGG. Gear up for the real halftime show where your beard takes center stage. And we thank Manscaped for supporting us here at Oh You Didn't Know.
Thank you, Manscaped.
Yeah, I think, I think bigger names. I think Roman is too mixed. If you're an Ultimate Heel, I don't think you're still
Yeah,
one of the
no,
top
no.
sellers in merchandise. You know what I mean?
Well,
that means people like him.
Yeah, 100%. However, and look, we're all hypocrites. I'm the biggest one of them all. So I'll say one thing and contradict it the next sentence. But like him is Roman being like, what a heel he is, though, in just the backstages. I'm not even talking about the ring or anywhere else, but just the backstages, the way he carries himself, the way he literally looks and talks down to everyone. That's a characteristic of a heel. You know what I mean? Of a narcissistic egomaniac who it's basically me in real life. But only I don't have his money or his
I would
looks,
say
or his ability or his promo skills, or his beautiful hair, or his.
I would say a little bit younger and still there though. Grayson Waller, of course, and Austin Theory, great heels.
Agreed. Grayson Waller has got something that is.
He's playing up to the foreigner, and
100%.
But even if you don't mind that, he's still a heel.
Yeah, he loves it, and it's really he's a lovable, likable dude. So he has to act that way, and he does it successfully. Yeah, there's something about him that really makes you want to slap his face. You know what I mean? Like you really want to just cuff him in the side of the head. But that's just his character.
All right, let me ask you this. I've always heard this, and I don't know this for a fact. This is just smart Marks talking.
Okay.
If you're a heel, do you get to end up calling the match? Is that a thing? I've heard that before.
Not so much anymore.
Okay. Was that a thing?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay.
A long time ago, the heel would kind
of... Because they were going, this is how I'm going to get my heat? Why was that?
I honestly don't know the reason why that was.
Okay.
But it started, like when I was coming through was the time that kind of, in my mind anyway, it was changing kind of when I came through, because like you gotta have, you can't just the dude call your whole match for you. You know what I mean? Like so there's difference. Maybe he led the match. Maybe he, and look, I guess that still goes if you have a good heel in there that's willing to keep you alive, keep the baby face alive, keep me fighting, and cut me back down. Maybe next time in a second, you fight up some more, you hit me, I shoot you, reverse. You know what I mean? I knock you down again. So if the heel in the match will direct the aggression, like heel, hope spot. Heat, hope spot, more heat, come back, whatever. So I just think maybe if you have a good heel that's a ring general, he will lead the match. But like John Cena led every match he ever been in. You know what I mean? Like he called them all, and because he felt the crowd really well. Nobody does that really anymore. And I don't know. He could just feel them and feel what they needed and go. And that's kind of how it used to be. You just worked out there. And so it would be the heel's. It's the heel's job to shut you down and keep you down, and then the babyface's job to fight out from underneath. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that's the case anymore. A lot of people have a lot of input on the physicality nowadays.
I skipped over the 80s on purpose because I want to come back to it because it'll be a big subject. Because I think in the 80s, it was clear cut. Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen are the biggest heels of that time, maybe ever. But talk about, when you look back on it now, what made them such monster heels when you look at Flair and the Horsemen?
Well, look, they talked down to everybody. They were rich. They were good looking. They were big and powerful in the industry, and they showed it. They beat people up and had their way, and the booking was on their side, which is always a positive. And so I think people saw of them as, they think they're better than me. And look, maybe that's my own insecurities, and that's how I saw them. I don't know. No, that's just what they had big, good-looking guys and wore fur coats and stuff, and had all the ladies and the titles and
kept telling you how you couldn't have any of it.
Yeah, and how they're better than you. You know what I mean? And so I guess, hey, how about F you, bro?
Dog.
Yes.
We talked about the Four Horsemen.
Oh, what about the Three Horsemen? Sorry.
Dog, let's go back to the WWF. We talked about Flair in the 80s. They were the monster heels there. Let's go back to the WWF. They kind of rotated top heels. Yeah. But the biggest, would you say, looking back on it, biggest heel turn ever, Andre the Giant?
Oh, well, literally.
Because we rooted for him, and then all of a sudden,
yeah,
we're supposed to hate him immediately.
I did, too.
Did you?
Immediately. I hated him. No, but I'm trying to think who was a big heel back then. You know who was a great heel to me? Jake the Snake. He was always a great heel.
Great.
I liked him because he was sneaky. He was slithery, like a slithery
There's
snake.
some guys that went back and forth. You know, Macho went back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Andre was that turn, though, that we went, He's an undefeated big guy. Like you said, he's a badass.
Yeah.
Why should we not root for him? And then all of a sudden, when he's turning on Hogan and we're going to fight Hogan, we're like, wait a minute.
That's why you should root for him.
That
Because
thug?
he's against everything I'm for.
Right.
And he's huge.
Let me ask you this. Who makes the money? Heels or baby faces?
Well, look, I think the business is so different now that you get paid as a talent and you get used as a talent. You know what I mean? Like it's totally different now. But it still goes to, look, is a true heel going to sell merch? You know what I mean? Like, probably not if people don't like you.
Yeah.
But then, so is the heel going to, I mean, I guess merch is all I was going to say, but like, I don't know. I think it's different now. I don't think it's,
Well, that's
they
why I
get
brought
paid the
up.
same.
That's why I brought up Roman earlier. A lot of people hate him, but he's also always in the top sellers of merchandise, which means somebody likes the guy, or they wouldn't be buying his T-shirts.
I think everybody does, and I think it's because he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I also think, again, you get a different take. I'm a picker, and I picked something on my arm, and now it's bleeding.
I'm a picker. I'm a
Yeah, I'm
grinner.
a smoker. I'm a choker.
I'm bleeding in this episode.
Oh, I wish I had a soda pop. What were we talking about? Dolly Parton?
Now we were talking. Dom, quit typing stuff over there.
You know I'm
He's
going to
like
look
the
at
dog.
it.
He's like the dog from Up. He just sees squirrel when you type something in our chat.
Yeah,
It
I
has
gotta see
nothing
what
to
it
do with it.
says.
Let's do this. Do you think there was a lack of heels in the early 90s WWF, and did that really hurt the business? Because at the late 90s, it kind of blended together.
Yes, I think it hurt, but did it? Because Hogan was the guy, and that's kind of how he ran his company. There was a guy, and you had to rotate heels because it was a babyface company. And I think it that, along with time and everything else changed. I think it's just different now. Now we're smarter to the business. And so we start to respect the Gunthers of the world, and you know what I mean? And so it's hard to dislike that guy. He's really good at what I love to watch. You know what I mean? So it's different now.
Well, let's talk about times are changing. What impact did the NWO have on heels?
I mean,
as a fan, I think it was
I don't
a game
know.
changer.
I think it was, well, like what? That's what I'd love to hear your aspect on it. Like, why?
I think that was when we started rooting for heels. It
for the
was
bad
cool
guys?
to be the bad
Okay.
guy.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Hall and Nash come in. We know they're bad guys, but like you said, when you guys came along as well, we're just trying to be cool now. And cool. When Nash and Hall came in, there was none cooler.
Yeah.
They come out and you go, my God, how can I be like that guy? He's the coolest guy walking around.
Well, both
for
of
no
them
reason.
are big, huge, good-looking guys, and as a man,
Right.
you're envious, and as a woman, you're whatever you are, and as
Envious.
and maybe as both, you're just envious either way.
Correct.
But they're doing bad guy things, but it's look, the whole way they came in and everything was cool
Incredible.
as crap.
Yeah.
So
They got their own pay-per-view of just bad guys squashing the good guys, which is insane to even think about. And then mix in that, talk about 1996. How did Hulk's, because you mentioned him,
yeah.
Hulk's the babyface, and he's running everything, and we just go along with what Hulk does. Now, all of a sudden, he switched teams, and 96, he turns heel.
Yeah.
How did that change in your eyes? Because you had to go, wait a minute, Hogan just turned heel over there? What's happening? What was your thoughts then in 96?
Well, look, I actually think he saw how cool it was and wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Like, does that sound crazy? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound crazy to me at all, because I would have wanted to, look, you saw everybody wanted to be a part of it. And that's when it went south, is when they let everybody be a part of it. But it was cool as crap by design. And so you're right, though. It wasn't those two guys changed the world, it was a changing. And they
Adapted, kinda.
they adapted, and it was awesome. Like it was literally awesome. But it's lightning in a bottle too. You know what I mean? Like you look back and you go like, holy mackerel, the whole world was changing. Like Austin was the same way. You know what I mean? Like he was the coolest bad guy in the world, you know, because he was just such a trash talking badass. You just loved him, you know. So I you know, they get a lot of credit for it, and they should take a lot of credit for it. The Click has done a lot of things for sports entertainment. All parties involved have moved this business forward in a positive way for the individual worker, and that's a fact.
All right, well, let's talk about this because this is why you're here. The DX phase comes in.
Yep.
When you compare, and maybe when you look at, I don't know if you can say about when you were in it or now as you look back on it, when you compare the NWO as heels to DX, a lot of similarities. What are the differences? What do you think about them two?
Yeah, I think they're exactly the same thing, the same people, the same. It's the same
vibe,
the same people that really hung out and rode the roads together during all of that time. Just split up and started working for another company, but the other were still left here. So it was the same people doing the same things. Some of them were just doing it for that company now. You know what I mean? Like it was. I don't know. It actually was, though. The more I think about it, it was just, that was the guys that we were all together. You know what I mean?
Let's fast forward a little bit. The NWO comes to the WWF in 2002. Talk about a different feeling then. Were you gone?
Yeah, I was gone by then. And truth be told, it wasn't like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and I wasn't there.
It was a different feeling.
Yeah, it just felt like it'd run its course. You know what I mean? Like it felt like you're swinging after 3 strikes. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about you personally. Did you enjoy being a heel or a babyface more?
It's hard for me to say, honestly, because I loved being a heel, but I loved performing and being a showman and and you know what I mean? Like I loved.
Yeah.
So I loved trying to do it so good that I think people liked it. And maybe it wasn't, you know, I'm sure it wasn't just me. It's Billy, it's X-Pac, it's Hunter and China and all of the above. But I don't know. I don't know. I was trying so hard to be cool and good at it that was I really trying to be a heel?
As you moved into an agent role later in your career, in your life, and this business that you're on, how did working heel evolve in your mind? Because that's, like you said, you were kind of in an age where it's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
But it started kind of getting back to real baby faces, real heels when you're becoming an agent.
And I think look, you got to have those lines drawn for sure. I think you still are going to have some talent that are tweeners that can go either way and are good at both being a heel and baby face. And so you're going to have some talent like that. But I think you need some bad guys. I think you need a bad guy because the protagonist, the antagonist, you got to have the good and evil, right? And so today, I don't know. To me, I still love a good Jinder Mahal bad guy. Face, like right out of a movie, you know what I mean? Like he's the bad guy looking, and then he looks great, he works, and he has nice clothes and looks great dressed up. I don't like him already. I'm jelly, because I'm jelly.
You kind of hinted on this before and talking about heels nowadays, and now you're just kind of a talent, and we're going to help you figure out where you are at this point in time. But
yeah.
We talked about the money wise, but nowadays, is it hard to be a heel anymore? Or like you said, is it kind of, let me just find my place where I can thrive right now in this company?
I don't know. Like, I think.
Is it easier to be a heel now than when your dad? Let's go broad spectrum there.
Yeah, I think it is. Yes.
Okay.
Because I think it's much more like Santos Escobar to me is a good heel. Like he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
And he has bad intentions. You know what I mean? And you know that. And he will attack you from behind, and he will backstab you. He will go to any lengths to progress his own career. And that's a bad guy. That's a bad person. You know what I mean? Like that's not the person you want to be, but that's a heel. But he's a good example of a guy he likes to be a heel. He's going to be a heel. You know what I mean? He was good at being a babyface too.
Do you like writing for heels more than baby faces now, or is there a preference?
Oh, yeah, no, because I'm a smartass. So my writing is more for the heel that's going to be cool. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's
you just kind of see it as your character perspective.
Yeah. It's kind of like a smartass that's quick witted. You know what I mean? Like a smartass that's quick on the draw. And so, yeah, I mean, look, I love writing good stories. I love being a part of, but I would imagine it's the same with comedy, and I would imagine it's the same with music. Like collaboration is where it's at. I think is not being stuck in your own bubble and having other ideas bounced off of you. And so it's weird to say when, oh, well, you write for someone. Well, I may have helped to write some stories. You know what I mean? I may have helped to construct some promos, but really it's a team effort, and everybody's doing it and pitching in and chiming in. And so, but that's, to me, like the only funner thing I think I would love to do, and I wouldn't love this as much because I think it'd be uncomfortable, but I would love to be in a songwriting room with like some songwriters and see how I would be.
We're all pitching in, collaborating on something?
On something. It's just so much fun. I've done it before in the past, but none of us were like songwriters. We were just dudes. You know what I mean? Like smoking weed and playing music and writing songs. And so, I mean, it was fun. It was awesome. But I'd love to sit in like a professional writer's room in Nashville and see what these guys and girls, see how the process works. You know what I mean? That would be super cool. And I say that because I love sitting in the writer's room at a wrestling event and hearing the collaboration and seeing the ping pong of ideas and where the thing starts and how it ends. And it's never like one person's idea. You know what I mean? It's like this person's had the idea that then spurred this one, that now we're going with this one. And so, I don't know. I think it takes a village,
Who's the smartest heel you've ever seen in a ring?
Man, I don't know. There was maybe Lawler Lawler's really good as a heel and a babyface, but Lawler knew how to get heat and what to do to get heat. You know what I mean? Lawler gets it. And so he was a good heel. Archie Golding back in the day, the Mongolian Stomper, like I would have loved to have met him at a time when I knew what wrestling was, just to be able to talk to him and see, because man, him and my dad had some great matches, and it was the proverbial good versus evil every time. You know what I mean? Dad in a white singlet and Stomper with just crazy looking big dude with great endurance. And so he could go all night long and beat the crap out of you. Like, man, I don't know. I don't even know what the question was, but
smartest heel you've seen.
Oh yeah. So that's what I was getting to, is I'd love to talk to him to see if he was really smart at being a heel, or if he just looked menacing and could work pretty good. You know what I mean? Like it makes you wonder sometimes, because look, a lot of guys you go like, oh, he's the best babyface ever. No, he's not. But he was written like the best babyface ever, and he was really good. So he's the best babyface ever. You know what I mean? Like, but when you really get down to it, I said, you know what I mean again, probably for the 3,000th time. I'm sorry, Ted Logan. What was his name?
Oh, they won't even hear the end of this show by now.
Theologian.
They're passed out. Let me
They've been drinking. You think they've been drinking?
Yeah. Well, doing other something. They're taking hits of something. For tobacco use only. Let me put you. I hate to put you on math here. Math.
That's all right.
We're gonna teach you numbers here.
I like math. Except for when you
percentage wise, and I know it's kind of hard to narrow it down to three things, okay?
Yeah.
But we're going to go three things that make up a heel Tell me the percentage for each of them, but it's all got to equal 100%. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Your three things: promos, a manager, and in-ring stuff. How important are all those to being a heel?
I don't think
Promos, manager, and in-ring.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you cut a promo, you don't need a manager.
Okay.
That's just how I feel, and that may be debatable. It not may be debatable. It is debatable.
So should we lump those together?
However, promo, to me, why else would you put somebody with me unless I was
Not
almost
good at promo.
You know what I mean?
All right,
I was.
So let's go promo / manager and in-ring now. It's got to equal 100. Percentage promo manager, percentage in-ring. Is that 50-50 or is it lopsided one way?
No, it's lopsided. I think it's lopsided with the work because it's look, I base that off of what I just said with Archie Golding with the Mongolian Stomper. Like if you look the part and you can work the part, because I don't think Mongolian Stomper ever cut a promo. I don't remember. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
but I don't believe he did. I don't remember.
If you don't remember it, that tells you a lot.
He didn't cut a lot of promos, but he did have some managers every now and then. But not all the time. He didn't need it because he looked and worked in a way where it was crystal clear. He has ill intentions for everyone stands across the ring from him, and so yeah, I think the work outweighs it. I think it's let's say 65-35.
Like promo
65,
manager.
Yeah, with 35 is promo manager.
Okay.
65 is the work. But look, again, this is all debatable because it's philosophical.
And it depends on the person. I mean, as long as you equal 100, that's all that matters as a heel. Mick Foley wrote in his book that Michael Hayes told him the best way to be a heel, to believe whatever you're doing is right. Is that how you've always thought about being a heel? That's interesting. It's kind of deep to think about what you're saying.
It is deep in its simplicity, which makes it deeper.
Whatever you're doing is right.
Well, and it's.
So if you believe I got to cheat to win, that's what I got to do to win. And then, like you said, the baby face is going, I mean, we're not allowed to cheat.
Yeah, that's against the rules. I got to follow the rules and win.
It's very interesting. It's almost too simple, but it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Especially coming from Hayes, who has an incredible mind for this.
100%. Yeah, it makes sense. And I don't know if I can articulate like a response to it, but it does. It's ringing true in my ears. And look, I do know how valuable Michael's brain is to this business, whether anybody knows it or not. And I think everybody does. But he's been doing this a long time at a higher level than everybody else. And that's just a fact. So I'm damn sure not going to disagree with Michael when he says something about being a heel. But it honestly, it rings true. Like you would say, and they go, the commentator goes, yeah, but you cheated behind the ref's back. No, you just see what you want to see. You know what I mean? Like I'm right. We won. And you know what I mean? Like it's and so I understand where he's coming from.
Win.
Yeah, I understand where he's coming from.
What's something that heels have always done that they don't do anymore that you might miss? There's something that's gotten out of the heel vernacular?
To be quite honest, just being a heel, but correctly cheating behind the ref's back. If you cheat and the ref sees it, you suck at it. You suck at your job. And that's a fact. And fight me on the corner of 5th and Main, but you suck at your job if the ref sees you cheat. And if the ref doesn't disqualify you after seeing it, he sucks at his job or her job as well. And look, that's why you'll hear people get counted out, referees get bonused, because you have to enforce the rules. It sets the boundaries and the parameters and the limitations of what is allowed here. You know what I mean? And if everything is allowed, then nothing means nothing. You want to talk about deep?
How about that? if everything is allowed,
Yeah,
nothing means nothing.
nothing. There's no rules. There's no limits. I can shoot you. I can stab you. I can do it right in front of the ref. I can beat you up on the floor if I'm not the legal man in a tag match. Come on, guys. I mean, it's 101. And we and I'll claim responsibility because we dang sure ain't perfect, but we as a group of entertainers should respect our craft more than that. And that little sermon goes out to all the boys and girls working right now. Like, hone your craft and ask questions and don't think you know it all, because I thought I did too. And little did I know, seriously, little did I know. It's just, we grow. And if we're willing to step outside ourselves and become self-aware and kind of go like, okay, what am I trying to do here? Just learn your craft and cheat behind the ref's back. Watch the ref. So if you're going to see the guy, you can see me watching to see if he's looking and then kick him really hard while he's not and turn around like I'm, you know what I mean? Like, it's sneaky, over pantomimed and overdone by design to make everybody see he's doing it behind the ref's back because it's not right. It's illegal. So I don't know. That's an old wrestling thing, but I honestly believe it can be great. Well, look, I think it is great again. I think we're trying to enforce the rules and bad habits kind of reoccur, but you see something, you say something, you know what I mean? But from what I understand, anyway, I'm going to stop right there.
That's what this episode's about, for you to go.
No, I was going to stop right there because from what I understand, on the other side in another company, there are no rules and limitations, and that's from the top down. And so nothing from nothing leaves and nothing. And you got to have something if you want to be with me. Woo. Okay.
Dog.
I got to go.
Well,
sorry.
Whether you're rooting for the heels like Charlotte Flair, like CM Punk, maybe you're cheering for the people that blur the lines like Roman Reigns or Rhea Ripley, or maybe you like the baby faces like Cody Rhodes. All that merch is available at the WWE shop, and that's thanks to our friends at Fanatics. You've seen the QR code. Scan that. You'll go straight to the WWE shop, and that will support us here on Oh You Didn't Know. That'll tell them, hey, you know what? That's a Road Dogg fan. We want to take care of Road Dogg and them. Yeah. And you get your WWE merch. You're going to get it either way. Why not support Oh You Didn't Know as well? Because we're excited to announce our new affiliate partnership with Fanatics and the WWE shop. And you mention it every time, Dog.
Yep.
You're excited. You are with the WWE, and y'all are excited to be partnering up with Fanatics yourselves.
Yeah. Look, they provide all the top quality and the coolest merchandise for all the professional sports. And truth be told, sports entertainment is a sport, and it is performed by athletes. And so their gear is top notch. And I think it's positive corporate growth and corporate synergy, and to see them come aboard and start shilling our merch is, I don't know, I was super impressed with it, and I'm always super impressed with their product.
Go to shopwrestlingmerch.com and shop with confidence for your favorite WWE superstar tees, hoodies, caps, belts, and more with the WWE shop. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that special QR code, or if you follow us on social media, you'll see it pop up. That goes directly to us. That supports Oh You Didn't Know, and you get your favorite WWE swag. So check it out. ShopWrestlingMerch.com, or I suggest take out your phone if you're watching on YouTube, scan that QR code or on social media, and go straight to the WWE shop, a Fanatics experience. Are you really?
Yeah, I'm
do it now.
It works.
Do it. Hit that.
Oh my God, it did it.
How about that?
Oh, I'm going. Oh,
you can get that DX hat. You can get the new shirt with R-Truth added to the bottom of the Judgment Day.
I'm ordering the R-Truth shirt.
Come on, man.
It's not the Judgment Day shirt. It's the R-Truth shirt.
It is really. And I will 100% agree with you on that.
He
Thanks
is
to our
the
fans.
best.
Thanks to our friends over at Fanatics and the WWE shop for supporting us, and we thank y'all for supporting. Oh, you didn't know. Couple questions, and we'll wrap up and go to the fan questions and get out of here, dog.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Last
Good.
25 years, so we'll say since 2000. Who's the best heel in the last 25 years?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Who do you think as a fan? And let me dissect that.
It's going to be tough.
It's a tough question, right?
Triple H was a good one. He, after the late 90s and the coolness of the DX broke off, he was a heel.
Yeah.
We hated him for not only his character, we hated him for, oh God, he's going to come back for a pay-per-view. Here we go. And that was part of being a heel, is being in that story.
He was,
like you mentioned earlier, Brock.
Right.
A lot of people hate Brock, although a lot of people
Brock
like him. I love him, but a lot of people hate him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Roman. A lot of people hate him. A lot of people love him, though. It's kind of blurred, but
It is blurred because you got to look now and you go like, okay, well, both of those guys are big draws. You know what I mean? Like, so if a heel is drawing and you still have drawing baby faces that can work with the guy, I guess how do you argue with that? You know what I mean? Like, I still got top tier baby faces all around in the WWE, and still Roman is the big heel champion, the Universal Champion, that is. And so I don't know. How do you argue with that kind of success? Is I guess what I'm saying from a business standpoint. And look, it doesn't help delineate at all. It just blurs the line further.
who's a heel in your mind from any era? Who's a heel that needed a babyface character more than anyone to be successful?
Dang, that's deep. Well, I mean, look, Sheik surely needed somebody to be a baby.
Sure.
Sheik needed Hogan. I mean, Sheik was a heel, but he was
He was never going to blur the lines. He was never going to be close to being.
Yeah, he was the interim guy. So I mean, he needed, and that's what I'm thinking about is needed. You know what I mean? That's in this business, nothing's needed. We're the masters of our own destiny, and we can book ourselves into corners or book ourselves onto loop-de-loops. You know what I mean? So it's all up to us. Yeah, Triple H was a good heel.
Let's ask this, and we'll get to fan questions, because we briefly mentioned him earlier, but he's another one that's very fun to get your take on. Could John Cena had ever been a big-time heel when the crowd was booing him so badly? Because he didn't ever turn, but he was getting those boos for a little while.
Yeah, he was, and there was always internal talk of it, and internal talk of it in the IWC, never internal talk of it in the WWE. He was a babyface. He was always going to be a babyface, and that was it. And he's the one guy that can get away with it and be a good guy and have right motives. And even in today's cultural petri dish, he could turn a crowd in Philadelphia right on their ear and have them chanting Big Match John by the end of the segment. You know what I mean? So he was the guy that could be a straight up lily white, good guy babyface and get away with it. Nobody, think about it. Nobody else could do that. You know what I mean? Nobody else could be like because he's really like, hey, hustle, loyalty, respect. Like it's vitamins and say your prayers. And you know what I mean? And in this temperature, he could still do it, you know? And I think people started learning that too, and was like, yeah, he is really good at this.
You know him, and you know his character and what he puts into it.
Oh, bro, he could have been a killer heel.
That's what I was going to ask. If he ever was tasked with, hey, man, we're thinking about making you a heel, could he have done it?
His promos would make him a babyface again. Because he's so good, and he does put so much thought and effort. Like, dude, if he had a promo I never seen somebody
heel?
if he had a promo anytime. I never seen anybody sit with in the writing room so long until he had it the way he wanted it. You know what I mean? And put so much work and thought and collaboration and everything else into that promo. So my point with that is, if he was a heel, dude, he would dissect you. You know what I mean? He would dissect you. But I don't know. He's also great at what he does, so he may be able to let you be the baby face. You know what I mean? Take his foot off the gas pedal a little bit.
All right, let's get to a few fan questions before we get out of here.
All right.
Dylan also wants to know, where would you rank CM Punk's heel rank?
Again, I think he's one of the blurred lined ones, because I think his promo, and we're all in the know, so we know his promo is awesome. And so it's what makes me not like him? You know what I mean? Like, I liked his stuff with Undertaker. I liked when he was a heel. I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying he was great in the ring and great on the mic. I don't know what's there's a dislike. You know what I mean?
Jack Spade wants to know, tell us how great Mr. Perfect was as a heel.
His work was so perfect. It was great. Like, I still to this day see people try to get kicked in the back of the leg and holding on to the one rope and do the backflip like he did, and nobody can do it like he could. Yeah, I don't know. Kurt was perfect. You know what I mean? He really was. His body was perfect for this business. His hair, his, you know what I mean? Everything. He was the perfect wrestler, and he was really great at it. And yeah, he was a good heel because of it.
And Mark Lindsay wants to know, if we're talking about heels, the guy I could see that can never, ever be a babyface is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Talk about him, Dog, and where he ranks, because he was
a great heel.
He was heel. Now, a lot of people don't remember him in the Texas days as just Ted DiBiase before he's the $1 Million Man, but still heel back then. Like, what's your thoughts on him being a babyface? Because he never really was, for my people my age, he never was ever a babyface.
Well, because he was the $1 Million Man.
Yeah.
And he was going to buy you, and he was going to pay you to do insulting stuff, and he was going to cheat, and had Virgil to cheat for him and with him. And, you know, what was not to dislike about him?
Yeah.
He was a great heel, and he could work, and he cut a good promo, but every promo was, you're beneath me. I'm above you because I'm rich. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'm going to shut this guy up. Oh, I can't? Okay, Hogan, you do it.
All right, look, we're going to get out of here. We're going to do Top Dog, and we're going to do Thankful Minute. But first,
okay,
if your business targets 25 to 50-year-old men, there's no better place to advertise than right here with us on Oh, You Didn't Know. You've heard us do ads for some of the same companies for a year, and why is that? Because it works.
It works.
With our super targeted audience, there's very little waste. So go to advertise with DOGG, advertisewithdog.com now. Find out more about advertising with Oh, You Didn't Know. Don't matter if it's big or small. You got a one-off event, we'll talk about it.
Yep.
You got a product line, we'll talk about it.
You got a birthday.
You got your own podcast? Oh, my gosh. Well, I'll pimp your birthday.
Yeah.
Will you pimp somebody's birthday?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey!
I love you just as
I think we
strictly
were
as
at
me.
Chili's just then. Right now, your home is worth probably more than it ever has been.
Ever.
So combine all your debts into one monthly payment.
Do it
or
now.
Maybe do all those home upgrades you've always dreamed of. On top of that, skip 2 house payments. How about that?
Ooh.
Put that newfound equity
That'd
to
be
work
nice.
and go see our buddy Conrad Thompson. Save with Conrad.
SaveWithConrad.com.
I will tell you personal experience. I did my first home with me and my wife. We got our mortgage through him. Smooth, easy. They explained everything. They laid everything out. Also, if you know me, you know I'm on the radio in Huntsville, Alabama. My co-host, he wanted to refinance, Dog. He called SaveWithConrad.com, got on the phone with him. They looked at all his financials, looked at his interest rate, how much he owed, and they went, hey, bud, you got a great deal. We can't help you. You need to stick with that. But that's the kind of business they are. They're not just in it to go, yeah, come on, sign up, buddy. They said, hey, man, you need to stick with what you got. We'd love to have your business, but you've got a great deal. That's how they take care of you over at SaveWithConrad.com. Check it out for yourself. Before you leave, Like, subscribe, leave a 5-star rating wherever you are. You can be our 5-star review of the week next week if you do so. Plus, if you're in the comments below on YouTube or wherever you're watching, or wherever you see a clip, tell us your favorite heels. Tell us what makes a heel. Tell us somebody you went.
That's
you know
what I want to hear.
That's a heel.
Yeah, who's the fans? Because what I think about him really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I just talked for an hour about it, but it really doesn't matter at all. It was all cannon fodder. However, I'd love to hear what the fans think. And
then and now.
Yeah. And maybe we do a live Q&A with somebody.
Who was it coming up? Who was your big heel? And then who is it now?
Yeah.
When you see the product now, who do you go, that's the bad
guy right there. Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section below. Follow us on social media. He's at Brian R.D. James. I'm at the Casio Kid. The show, of course, at You Didn't Know Pod. That's all over the board.
Definitely you didn't know. Definitely you didn't know Pod.
Definitely on Instagram. Parking the parkway, driving the driveway. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications at youtube.com/DOGG, or you can go to bagofjohnsons.com. We do live YTXs over there.
We go to Bag of Johnson's. Sorry.
Bag of Johnson's.
See, it's catchy.
Also, go to Box of Gimmicks if you'd like our exclusive merchandise, and we're going to sling a new one up here.
Yeah, go ahead and put it up while I sing the new ditty for Box of Gimmicks. It's Box of Gimmicks, Dogg Gimmicks. Sorry.
Box of Gimmicks.
Basically just the same song.
You just changed the words?
I changed the words.
We got the new trucker hat.
Look at that.
Bound down. That looks good right there, my friend.
Big Enos Burdett. That's Enos Burdett. B-E-R-B-E-U-R.
You're just...
Oh, hell, I got to go.
You're just telling everybody you're a big Enos?
No, I was just telling... Oh.
Better than that Wild Beastie Boys Illmatic album. Pragmatic. With Bob Armstrong on it, baby. The hoodie. We got the baseball tee. We've got it all. Pragmatic over at Box of Gimmicks.
I tell you what, if they don't bring me a black XXX hoodie with my dad's picture on it, I'm going to fist fight somebody.
Okay. I'll figure out how to do that. I'd like you to not fight somebody, so we're going to figure that out. But before we get out of here, we got to do Top Dog and Thankful Minute. Top Dog, if they have not heard, that's where we will give you 3 sports entertainers. You tell us, is Road Dogg a better sports entertainer than that person? And the key is sports entertainer, not wrestler.
Yeah, very specific.
Are you ready, Dog?
Words matter.
By the way, Dog has no idea who these are until we yell them out. So here we go.
Yep.
Dog, are you a better sports entertainer than Ox Baker?
Oh.
Look how evil
he was in stinking Escape from New York.
Talk about a heel, by the way.
He was a heel. And that's...
Look at him.
Look at the look. Like, he looks menacing. He's like the devil James Mitchell standing with him would be.
A lot of eyebrows on there.
Yeah, there would be eyebrows. Since some eclectic eyebrows.
Hey, look, he's got promos. I'm not saying that, but if you just look, he's one of those guys where you go, you don't have to cut a promo. That dude's a bad guy, man.
Yeah.
I don't want that guy. I don't want that guy. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. Here's one, man.
Uh-oh.
This guy's still around, too, so you might have to run into this guy sometime.
Oh, well, let me see who it is first.
Are you a better sports entertainer than Sid Vicious?
Oh. I'm scared of him for a shoot.
Say it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's it. You are.
I did say I was scared of him.
Yeah.
For a shoot. I said it out loud.
We did not say, could you whip him in a street fight now?
Okay, thank God you did not.
Because he's bringing a softball bat. I can promise you that.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
He's going to wear a Hawaiian shirt, blue jean shorts, and take you out, son.
Not going to do it.
And last but not least, this is a very interesting, very new name.
Okay.
Are you a better sports entertainer than Toni Storm?
Wow.
She's doing fantastic work right now.
She is.
She's cutting these new black and white promos.
Yeah, it's creative. It's
You've dealt with
cool.
her over in
I
the
have.
NXT
Enjoy
WWE
her
days.
work. Enjoy the human being that is Toni.
That's what I've always heard. She's a great person.
Yes, a super duper sweetheart of a girl. And but yes, I'm better.
There you go. You heard it. By the way, that's 3-0, buddy.
Yeah. I swung for the fences today.
It's good. Undefeated streak. I like that one. I like that.
You know what I don't like though is none of them are gonna like break the internet. Like some Toni Storm fans are gonna be pissed, of course, that because she's beautiful.
Yeah, but Sid might break your neck.
I know. Please God, don't repost it or nothing. Don't tell nobody I said.
No, we're
that.
going to tag him.
I wish you wouldn't.
We're going to show up at his softball convention he's at, and we are going to show him.
Please don't, for the love of God.
Before we get out of here, a lot of podcasts spread negativity. We like to spread positivity, and that's by every single episode we try to put 60 seconds on the clock and let Road Dogg tell us something he's thankful for in his life, big, small, anywhere in between, just what he's thankful for right now to spread that positivity. So, Dom, hit that clock. Give us 60 seconds. Mr. R.D. James, tell us what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful that in my life, I have found a very niche opportunity to provide for my family. And it's because of relationships. It's because of, trust and faith and belief in me from others and from others belief in me. I believe in them and they believe in me. And so I think just the relationships and the fact that I'm still in this industry, 25 years, 30 something years after starting and still got a job, still got a seat at the table. And some people still think my opinion matters. And, it doesn't, but maybe it makes somebody's decision easier to hear my opinion on Phony Baloney Wrestling.
Boom. Nicely done. Sir, we thank you, man, for hanging out with us yet again and letting us peek inside that noggin of yours, my friend.
Oh, man, it is terrifying in there.
You said it,
Yep.
not me. It is, it was
Scary.
Spiders crawled out and we shut it back for just a second.
Shut her down.
We got what we needed for an hour and a half. Man, thank you, brother. Hope everything's well. It was good to see you over Rumble weekend. That was always good to see you.
Always good to see you, man. I could not believe that you could eat that many hot dogs at once. I just enjoyed watching.
You said you wouldn't bring that up. They were bunless, first of all.
They were bunless. It was just all the wieners you had.
All wiener. All wiener, which was my nickname in college. All right. Radom, thank you, buddy, for all of our fan questions. Dom. We thank you. Derek Sabato, thanks for helping us out with notes.
Yes, sir.
Mr. R.D. James, thank you for your time, brother. I'm Casio, and if you didn't like this episode, we got 2 words for you.
Suck it.
Oh.
Ox Baker is the place to be.